Hi, my name is Lucy. I'm 51 years old. I'm a mother to two beautiful preteen, teenage children. Um, I spent 30 years selling real estate. Before that, I was a flight attendant with Air Canada. And recently, about a year ago, I semi-retired. So now I just do admin part-time. And I'm concentrating on just really being there for the kids. And for the first time in decades, being there, I guess, for myself. And that's why I'm here. So I would probably say that after decades, the first couple of decades of your life in your 20s, you feel pretty invincible, like nothing can touch you. And then slowly, as you get into your 30s and 40s, you start to realize that if you're not paying attention to giving your body, I guess, what it needs, it's going to start to slowly and then pretty rapidly give up on you, because it's like you've given up on helping it or giving it what it needs. So I made some lifestyle choices that I wasn't too proud of. I was smoking. I did that for years. No physical activity, overindulging, just with a lack of activity. And I was starting to feel so incredibly lethargic, like no energy, not healthy, circulation problems, mobility, just getting up out of a chair. I was starting to make noise like an old person, and I'm like, I'm not old, I'm only 51. And I just thought, you know what, something needs to change. I need to start setting time aside, because there's always excuses. And with the kids getting to the ages that they were, I just thought that I could now take time out for myself and start to concentrate on what I needed to do to make myself feel better. And then added to that the fact that all of the clothes that I had were starting to get tighter and tighter. So I was buying larger and larger sizes. I thought, this has to stop. It was time. So gym people or gyms, it was not a culture that I felt like a complete outsider, because it's not something that I ever did. It's not something that the people that I worked with did. It wasn't part of my life at all. So you'd see the commercials and you'd think, to me, it was so completely foreign. But then a lady that I worked with and that I'd known for 10 years, she just started to have such a bounce in her step, and she was coming here and she did one of these testimonials. And I remember actually I was overindulging over New Year's at the Jasper Park Lodge, and I was watching her video, and in that precise moment, I thought, I want to be just like her. I want to just start. I think it's just making the decision that something has to change. And it was a tiny step to just making the phone call and then coming to the first meeting, joining that first 6-week challenge. Because I thought, you know what, I can do this. I've been able to do things that I set my mind to all my life. It's just, I never thought that this was going to be achievable for me. But what you don't realize until you get here is that the tiniest little goals are achievable, and that everybody encourages you and makes you try to be better, and they strive to get you there. And before you know it, you're addicted to coming here, and you bounce out of here feeling like $1 million. And then you realize that you could actually be the inspiration for someone else that is still sitting at home and overindulging and thinking that this is not something that they can do. I now feel so much more confident in myself. And it is body confidence, but it's confidence that I can again do whatever I set my mind to, those goals, those tiny goals. So I know that I'm toning up. I know that I'm losing weight. And to be honest, I can't even tell you how many pounds I've lost or how many inches, because I've stopped tracking that. That's not what this was about for me. This was about me being able to actually wear clothes that I hadn't worn in years and feel comfortable in them, and just getting the odd person saying, oh my God, you look better, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden you start to feel better. So now those health problems have kind of stopped. They've gone away. So now I'm concentrating on eating more healthily, drinking water, being more active with the kids, and just being so much more physical and stronger. So that's really where I am today. So yes, those wonderful goals, I'd love to lose more weight, lose more inches, but I'm just so glad that I started. It was taking that first step to being here. I can't say enough about the trainers. I love them. From the minute you walk in and meet the girls, or the girls greet you, to Kim and Juan and all of the emails that we get as well with inspiration and motivation and don't stop. And I think it's almost like they had a glimpse or an insight into what might be stopping you from joining, and then just kind of picking away at that lack of confidence until you feel like you can do this. So there isn't any machine now here that intimidates me. There isn't a moment where you think, I can't do this. I think they design the programs, and they, every week they change it up and they increase it and they challenge you, but they're right there behind you to like help you with that last one or two pushes. So I've never walked out of here feeling like they don't have my best interest at heart, and that there aren't 100% there behind you, supporting you, rooting for you, and pushing you to just do better and to get better. It's just a wonderful place to come. You feel like you're part of a small little group or a family environment. It's very non-intimidating, if I can put it that way. You don't have people strutting around where it's just about the body image. Absolutely not. Everyone is here to achieve results that make them feel good about themselves, whatever that may be. It might be weight loss, it might be losing a couple of inches, it might be a certain training for a certain goal, but everybody just kind of encourages you along your own path and your own journey here, so it's wonderful. If you have spent a while feeling like maybe not quite yourself, like you know that you have to make some changes, you know that you could feel better, you know that you could do with losing a little bit of weight, you could do with feeling a little bit looser in your clothes, then I think what you need to do is just feel like you can actually just take that one little baby step. That's all it is. Come and try it. Come and see. Commit. You have to commit to just a couple of weeks. Give it a couple of weeks. That's all you should do. You deserve that. So give yourself a couple of weeks to see how you feel. And I think you would be surprised at how quickly you actually start to get a grasp of what your life could be if you just continue down this path that you never thought would be your path. I never thought the gym life would be my path, and now I can't kind of picture my weeks without it. Just try it. It might be for you. It might be the best thing that you ever did, and I've got to say that it's probably one of the best things that I've done for myself in the past 20, 30 years.